Shalom, shalom. To start this lesson, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone who will well push out 100% truth and truth, sincerity, and shalom to the whole four legs scattered across the four winds. But one this lesson be edifying, And I was just speaking to one of the younger brothers, and who was basically telling me his dream, and he was scared, The Lord, allowed me to give him comfort. And, he was more so worried about, what's to come, what's going to happen. He had a dream that, his family was in a fire and they were, and he was the only one that was good, and, hey, told him, it's just a dream, bro, But we know, me and him know the reason why he had that dream. But, I told him it's a dream. I said, that fear that you have, turn it into faith. And I was telling him, hey, you don't got nothing to worry about, Hey, you continue to do what's pleasing in the sight of the Lord, The Lord got you, man. I had to let him know that. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost and to all brothers that's out there, man. Hey, man, as long as we continue to do what's pleasing to the Lord and we stay on the right track and we continue to call on Yahawashi Yahawashi, the Lord is going to have us, man, What you do now is what's going to carry you throughout all the madness. Like brothers like to say, we're stacking up our spiritual bank account right now, man. That's what we're doing. While we're still under this grace period, while we still have mercy. Because, the grace is closing, the mercy is closing. I'm seeing judgment. We're seeing judgment get pushed out like crazy, man. Like crazy. Judgment is flowing like waters right now. And, I was telling a brother, continue what you're doing. Continue to show love to a brother. Continue to have charity, Continue to read, to study, make videos, I was telling him, man, while I was telling him, of course, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. Those are things I must continue to do as well. And I brought out a particular scripture, and I brought out Matthew 25 and 35. I asked him, do you believe Yahawashi is in you? He says, yes. And he asked me, do I believe Yahawashi is in me? I said, yes. And I was like, I brought the scripture out for him. And it's the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 35. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you took me in. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. Let me see. Maybe I should start a little up. Let me see what 34 says. It's like you. Oh. A matter of fact, I started at 31. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the holy angels. Whoa, that's the wrong translation. Is this the KJV? I don't know why it keeps doing that. Salakia, brothers. I don't know why it keeps putting a new KJV. There it is. Boom. Let's start from 31. When the Son of Man... Salakia. Man, Satan trying to fuck with me right now. Salakia, brothers. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Verse 31. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then will he sit on the throne of his glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. And he will set the sheep of his right hand, but the goats to his left, And we're likened unto cattle. We're likened unto sheep. What did Yahawashi say? My sheep hear my voice and they follow me. Then the king will say to those on his right hand, come, you blessed of my father, inherit the kingdom For you from the foundation of the world. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. You know? And hey, I'm telling the brother that I'm reading it to him, and he was like, hey man, when did we do that? And I broke it down to him. The Antichrist will answer him saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and gave you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked or clothe you? Or when did we see you sick or in prison and came to you? And the king will answer and say to them, surely I say to you, Salakia, inasmuch you did it to one of the least of my brethren, you did it to me. And hey man, I was letting him know, and I'm speaking to all of us. We must continue to have charity, man. Continue to show love to one another, Continue to care for one another. Continue to be a good brother, man. Because, hey, we believe in Yahawashi is in all of us because we have the spirit of prophecy. And what's the testimony of Yahawashi? The spirit of prophecy. And we believe, Yahawashi is in all of us. And let's continue to love one another. Let's continue to care for one another. Let's continue to be there for one another. Let's continue to exhort one another, Because, hey, man, it don't matter the position, Hey, like a body needs every part to function. If you're missing your pinky toe, you off balance, If you're missing your big toe, you off balance. You need your fingers to grab things. You need your hand. You need your eyes to see. You need your nose to smell. You need your head you need your neck to hold up your head. All these things are essential to the body. Just as, it don't matter what you're doing in this truth. It don't matter the position. Whether you pulling the sign, whether you be a cameraman, whether, you're pulling the cooler, whether you're on the line or not on the line, Hey, at the end of the day, hey, we all come together as one mind, one body, And I was telling the brother that, hey, man, continue doing what you're doing. And I was speaking to myself first and foremost. I got to continue what I'm doing, man. Because, hey, what we're doing now is what's going to carry us in the times to come. And with that being said, I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and push out 100% truth and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hope for life scattered across the four winds. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until the next, shalom.